the first subject I want to talk about, and I'm going to call it the private school curse. So the first thing I will say is this: I am not saying for one moment that private school is equal bad news. Far from it. I wouldn't be sending my own daughters if I believed that was the case. But what I am saying is, from someone who spent their life going to a public school and having a look at the world as it is at a private school, gang, my phone is upside down on Facebook. So what you got to do is you have to bear with me. So just bear with me, gang. Just bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Maddie, can I ask a favor, sweetie? Yeah. Can you come over here for a moment while you finish texting on your little Snapchat? Don't be in a hurry. Take your time now. Come over here and hold this phone. Oh, you still got time to take a photo. Come around here, sweet, if you can. She just hold. Can you hold that phone there? Just hold it like that, right? And then what you've got to do is, I'm going to turn this here, right? I'm going to turn this like that. And what I'm going to do is put this here, and we are going to solve our problem. Cancel. So, gang, Facebook, we're good now. Okay, thank you, Maddie, and sorry for interrupting you while you were very busy sending a photo on Snapchat and having 4 goes to getting it right. Anyway, gang, let me move back on to what I was talking about, and that is, I have got a comparison, and here's the drill. What I've noticed is that sometimes when you go to a private school, and both my daughters have gone there from a young age 4, what can happen is this, that a bubble begins to exist on the way the real world is. And it becomes quite normal that at this time of the year, being winter school holidays, where people say, where will we go for our 2 to 3 week vacation? Should we hit the French Riviera? Or should we actually go skiing in Japan? Or should we actually go to a cruise on Mykonos? Whereas, where I think if you're being brought up in Mount Druitt, you're probably going to your grandparents' place for the school holidays. And there is nothing wrong, as Lisa says, to going to Aspen, as long as you know that, gang, guess what? When you go out and hit the real world, what actually happens is that life is very different, because you go into this jungle where there is no one's going to protect you, and you have to be a combination of street smart, read the play, hardworking, and understand that you begin in a new economy where things get equalized. Hello, Nick. Good to see you, brother. And I read about you in the Fin Review. Good to see that you're acting on our coaching and going out there and telling the whole world that you are an integral player in the real estate project marketing and development space. So, gang, why am I sharing this story with you? Because I have to say to you that as Emily Raki came on, one of the things I always say to my daughters, have a look at Emily, right? Gone to a private school, goes and works 2 jobs, finishes studying land economics degree. And you know what? At the end of the day, 100%, this chick's going to become super successful. It's really easy. I'll tell you why she's going to become successful. Because she has got the quality. She has got the quality that is worth more than anything in the economy. And you never ever tell people they're smart. Never ever tell kids you're smart, you're a natural. I'll tell you why. Because when they are in a group with people that are all super smart, in fact smarter than them, and they're not doing good, They actually think that they're dumb. Why? Because they never factored that effort was critical in the equation. And they actually thought it had nothing to do with hard work, but all had to do with their natural ability. So listen to me very carefully. We should move away from being a world that says, oh, you're a natural, and we should start saying, hey, you're a great learner. Because when people do something right, because they learnt it, that's what you reward. Why is this so important? Because we live in a world where people will fall into one of two categories. Listen to me carefully. You will either have what I call a fixed mindset or a growth mindset. A fixed mindset or a growth mindset. A fixed mindset will say to you the following, that I am my genes, I am my hereditary, I'm either good at it or I'm bad at it. They never think to themselves that they can actually grow in something. So when you tell someone you're smart, what actually happens is that they actually think to themselves that that is all they need. Whereas in fact, listen to the most important quality of all. It is called effort. Why? Because in the success equation, it is twice as valuable. Listen to me. If we turn around and look at success and say skill equals talent times effort. Okay? So how good you are at a skill is your predisposition times effort. So we know that effort plays an important role. Then if we look at results, or let's call it achievement, this has the equation which is skill, again, times effort. So you can see that effort is worth double in the equation. It means that you will improve on already your natural ability, and it means that when you put your skills to work and you try hard, you'll win again. And that's why I say that hustle beats talent when talent won't hustle. So guys and girls, do you understand that one of the things that you've always got to be doing is to be educating your children and also your employees and also yourself, that the future is changeable, but the path is fixed. You should also be educating everyone around you, particularly young people, that they can actually improve dramatically through effort. And if we start moving away from saying, she's just a natural, right? To actually saying, she's a great learner, what will happen is it will encourage people to actually keep improving self-development. The next thing I want to talk to you about is this, and that is that I want you to understand the stumps versus the roots. The stumps versus the roots. And I think a lot of the times when people are looking at changing something, what they look at is the stump. They look at not the thing that is behind the stump. And this is important because what I'm saying is this. I'll give you an example. In heroin addicts, they studied this, that a person that would actually give up heroin was not a person that would just look at the stump, which is the problem is that they're addicted to heroin. It would actually look at the roots of the stump. And what they are, for instance, Aaron Paul is being kind enough to say, sorry, I'm late. And Aaron, I have to say, the interview coming up on the real estate gym is just going to be, is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. 3 years in real estate, this guy on the Central Coast is writing $1 million in fees, right? These are the great stories I love. Seeing stories of people that have come from difficult pasts and actually change their destinies, right? I get a kick out of that, you know? That's what my life is all about. And that's why I've got the same passion as what a fucking zookeeper has. I was reading, zookeepers have to be the happiest people on the planet. Why? Because they feel that they are changing the world. It's not a very high-paid job, zookeepers, but they're the happiest people on the planet because they feel that they're contributing to the world. And there's a big learning. When you find a job that gives you meaning, you will do great stuff at it. So, have I sworn yet? Nicholas Georgopoulos says no swearing. I haven't sworn yet. Have I sworn, Maddie?
I don't know.
You don't listen to me, Maddie, do you?
I didn't hear any notes.
Okay. Anyway, so gang, what I'd like to say is Jacob Evans says he'd like to be a zookeeper. Okay, well, if you like animals, you're going to be a good zookeeper. Real estate and zookeeping have a lot of a crossover, Michelle Kerr says. Okay, so guys and girls, let's move on to the... so why do people give up heroin? Really, when they look at the roots. What are the roots? They notice that a lot of people actually ended up staying on heroin because they found that when they went and shot up with other people, that they were in a group that they felt part of. So there was something there, that they were having a group that they felt like they could fit in, that they were in a community. Gang, do you begin to realize what we're talking about? The roots of the problem. And I'm looking here, low power mode on my phone. There's about 10% left on that mobile, even though I've got the Lux phone. Let me hydrate. By the way, guys and girls, can I just say to you, I have been forcing myself to drink water for years and years. It's been a goal. Drink 8 glasses of water. 8 glasses of water. But I got to tell you, I didn't like water. I just didn't like it. Gang, I got to tell you, I like this water. And apparently, like 9 to 10 pH. I don't even know what that means, but I know that 8 is a very good number. 9 and 10 is like world class. I have to say, that's not why I drink it. I drink it because I like the taste of it. It doesn't seem to have that plastic taste that you get with that other blue one, right? So I just keep drinking this stuff. Aqualove. So these have got 500 mils. So Maddie, if you're going to drink 8 glasses, so let's test your mathematics. 8 glasses of water you're supposed to have, right?
Is that 250 mils? 250
mils. 8. Okay, so I'm just going to test Madeline's education at private school. Madeline, I'm supposed to have 8 250 ml glasses per day.
You need 4 of those drinks.
So how many of these do I have to have? 4. Okay, quick question, Maddie. What if I drank the one that came in 1 litre? How many would I have then?
2.
Okay, quick question, Maddie. What if I was asleep for half the day? How many do I need to drink?
You still need to drink the same amount.
She reckons I'm still going to drink the same amount. What do you think, guys and girls? Christina Panos, your sister's on. Hey, Chrissy. Christina Panos, by the way. Is that her? You've changed your profile pic. Anyway, guys and girls. Don't do that. Turn it in. Gang, let me keep moving on. So, a couple of other things. Guys and girls, by the way, can I ask you, what's more important? Intelligence or looks? Give me, what do you think, guys and girls? Intelligence or looks? Intelligence or looks? On Insta, give me your answer. On Facebook, give me your answer. Intelligence or looks? What's more important? Fire away. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Intelligence, says Alex. Sarah Mitchell says intelligence. Nick Cooney says both. Hot and smart. A balance. Intelligence. And looks. Intelligence. Intelligence. Emotional intelligence, says Michelle Kerr. Okay, well, here's my advice to you. What I'm going to do is actually say to you in an agent, no, not in an agent, in anything, gang, intelligence. Well, here's the deal. I'm going to tell you, what I've noticed is you can dramatically improve your looks. How? By having a great attitude. It changes the way you look. And I'm telling you, look at some of the people that you work with in your life, right? I guarantee you that the looks change after you've got to know them. So if they started off being really hot, but they are irritating and they give you the shits and they're negative and they've got a problem for every solution, I bet you they're not as good looking in your eyes. The second thing is, take someone who may have not have been a 10 out of 10 on the aesthetic sides, but you know what? They're energetic, they like themselves, they're confident, and they carry themselves with sort of a spring in their step. Guarantee you, they move up the scale. So gang, here's the good news. You can change your looks in the eyes of another person. Hey, add a little bit of gym work, add a bit of, nice clothes, and you know what? You got a formula that will never get in the way of you. But as Alex says, you start becoming charismatic. And by the way, if you're a guy, trust me, what helps a bit is a bit of money. It's not going to solve everything, but it's going to move you up the scale, because no one wants someone that's fat, ugly, and poor. Shit combination. Anyway, guys and girls, on that point, I've got to let you know that we haven't had our dinner yet. And is there anything else I wanted to cover? Zookeepers, don't tell your kids are smart, right? Trees and the roots. Oh yes, if you want to be happy, I'll give you a word of advice. Stop trying to impress every other person and start cheerleading other people, and I guarantee you, everyone's going to like you a hell of a lot more. Guys and girls, we are going to leave it at that point, and we are going to see you next week. Gang, signing off.